Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So Prabhuji told me that we can start reading from Krishna Lila because Janmashtami is coming. So we'll start reading from Srimad Bhagavatam from chapter text, Canto 10, third chapter, 47 text, 10:34. So Brinda, can you please read that text?
Yes.
Chapter 10, 47.
Yes.
Prabhu, are you going to read?
You can read the sloka, yeah.
It's quite difficult for me to read, but I will try.
Okay.
Tatascha Shaurir Bhagavat Prajoditaha Sautam Samadayasa Sautika Grihat Yada Bahir Gantum Yesha Trayi Aja Ya Yoga Mayajani Nanda Jaya 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 Yaya.
Yeah. So tatascha shaurira bhagavat prachodita sutam samadaya sa sutika graha yada bahira gantum yasha tarhayaja ya yoga yugamaya mayanti nanda jayati. So that's the reading. So now So Shukdev Goswami was telling this story to Parikshit Maharaj about this Janmashtami. So Shukdev Goswami starts the word by saying tatascha. So if you see carefully, it means thereafter, or what happens next is to follow. So the concise meaning of tatascha is that it puts all those conversations that Krishna had with his parents in jail. I think you know all this story. Like most of us, we know this story from our childhood. So, but still, it's interesting to read and hear this story. So, Devaki and Vasudeva Maharaj, they are in the jail. So, what happens after the conversation is Krishna speaks to Vasudeva and Devaki about their past lives. So Krishna tells them how they were Prishni and Shutapa in the previous life and how they perform meditations for many, many lifetimes. And Krishna appeared to them for the third time. How Krishna has taken so many incarnations, how Devaki and Vasudeva have taken so many incarnations. So now after so much hankering and intense desire to have Krishna as their child is now appearing to them. So that conversations. So now it's very difficult to recap all that in a quickly, like in a single class. It might take a few classes, but we will continue until Janmashtami's day. So here Shukdev Goswami was saying to Maharaj Parikshit, starts with the words tatascha. So it means all those conversations that they had in all like the back and forth conversation discussions that Krishna had with their parents, with the parents in the prison house. Okay, and moving ahead, tatascha, the word is shauri. So Vasudeva Maharaj is indicated by this word shauri. So what is happening here is that Krishna appears in a four-handed form, and he tells his mother that you don't have to worry. You have lost 6 sons killed in front of your own eyes. You lost 7th child whom you thought was a miscarriage and was Balaram actually. And now I have appeared. And Kamsa Maharaj always fears the 8th child, which is me. I have appeared in this four-handed form so that you feel reassured that I am not mere mortal with all those Shankha, Chakra, Gada, and Padma. So he appeared with Shankha, Chakra, Gada, and Padma.
Sure.
So imagine like no child comes with Shankha, Chakra, Gada, and Padma, right? So that's the difference here. So imagine like Shankha, Chakra, Gada, and Padma out of the Om. When Krishna appeared from his mother's Om, he even got his like own dhuti. So can you believe that like with like an ordinary child? That's not happened. So imagine a child coming out of the Om with a with a dress, with a cloth, like with a underwear or something like this. That's really shocking. So who can like ask Krishna like where did he get it from when he just appeared? So Krishna comes with a smile. He carries his own things. He does not borrow it like from a shop, or he's not like a stage actor that getting all those costumes. So these costumes like belong to him. They really belong to him. So that conversation was like between Krishna and his mother. So Krishna says to Mother Yashoda that you don't have to be worried. You lost all your children. You have been praying for me, and you are not going to lose me. So look at me. I am the four-handed Mahavishnu myself. And I am the creator, maintainer, and the destroyer of all that exists, including Kamsa. So don't worry. I know what has to be done. So Mother Devaki that time looked at Krishna and says, "Could you come in your 2 arms?" So Krishna says, "Yes. If I would come, I would have come in my 2 arms. But you had some concerns that because you would think that I am mortal now. I have come in 4 arms." But Devaki says, "No. If you would have come in your 2 arms, Kamsa would think that you are just one of the children. So now you have come in 4 arms. For sure, he knows the death for him. So still he's gonna chase you." So at that point, Krishna thinks himself that I can never understand my pure devotees. So I always try to understand, but the devotees always beat me down. So he says, "Okay, mother, tell me what I'm supposed to do." She says, so Mother Devaki says, "Drop your 2 arms. Or better just disappear from here so that you are happy, I am happy, and don't make him happy. Like don't make Kamsa happy. Because he's the main culprit." So Krishna says, "Okay, that's fine." And he talked to his father that, "Okay, father, I have something for you." So Vasudev says, "Yes, my lord, tell me, what's your plan?" So I want you, so Krishna says that I want you to take me to Nanda Maharaj's house. Because my mother is not happy here, and Mother Yashoda has given birth a very beautiful girl who is Zugamaya herself. And so do something for me. Just swap me with that girl." So in the purport, let's see the translation here. So thereafter, exactly when Vasudev, being inspired by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was about to take the newborn child from the delivery room, Yogamaya, the Lord's spiritual energy, took birth as the daughter of the wife of Nanda Maharaj Nanda. So purport, Srila Vishwanath Chakraborty Thakur discusses that Krishna appeared simultaneously as the son of Devaki and as the son of Yashoda. So along with the spiritual energy Yogamaya, as the son of Devaki, he first appeared as Vishnu, and because Vasudeva was not in the position of pure affection for Krishna, Vasudeva worshipped his son as Lord Vishnu. So Jashoda, however, pleased her son Krishna without understanding his Godhead. So this is the difference between Krishna as the son of Jashoda and as the son of Devaki. So this is explained by Vishwanath Chakraborty on this authority of Harivamsha. So here, so this text just starts just before appeared as a little Krishna or baby Krishna. So Krishna appeared in front of Devaki and Vasudeva as a four-handed form, and there was a conversations like what has to be done. So Krishna was talking to Mother Jashoda and Vasudeva Maharaj. So so this is happening here. So Srila Vishwanath Chakraborty Thakur so discusses these points like the Krishna appeared simultaneously as the son of Devaki here and as the son of Jashoda. So now what happened next? So in the first word, tatascha. So tatascha means thereafter. So what happens next? So Krishna was telling Vasudeva Maharaj that swap me with that girl. Then that's what happening with this text. And after this text, there are so many things are happening. So we'll go one by one. So there is so much happening just between these words of this sloka, because the words of Srimad Bhagavatam it's very deep. So we are not able to catch like when we just read it. There are so many things our acharyas are describing, and it has different meanings. So that's why he said like here our acharyas are saying that so much happening between these words and syllables in this Sanskrit sloka. So the word used to shaurira indicates that like shaurira bhagavat prachodita. Prachodita means to give an order, and bhagavat means God. So tatascha, thereafter, what happened? The Supreme Lord gave his order to whom? Shaurira, Vasudeva Maharaj. So Lord Krishna was giving instructions to Vasudeva Maharaj. Why? The acharyas gave like 5 reasons why. First reason is Shaurira. Shaurira means Shauri is the son of Suryasen. So naturally the son of Suryasen is very powerful. So it's called Shauri. And what's so special about it? His father was a hero and king, and very, very courageous, very brave. So the Vasudeva Maharaj is given the task by the Lord because he knows how capable he is, because this task is not an easy task. You will see like what happened with Vasudeva Maharaj and Devaki. So in the previous, I already said that. So they did so many austerities in their previous lifetimes. So that's why Krishna appeared as their child. So now let's see. So here acharyas are describing that Vasudeva Maharaj was very courageous and very brave. So the Vasudeva Maharaj is given the task by the Lord because he knows how capable he is. Because this task is not an easy task. So Vasudeva Maharaj and the Devaki were almost shaken like animals in that prison house. So, like animals are shackled to the neck and sometimes to their feet or hands. So they can just keep around. They tied up like just one leg free and one leg shackled like this. So all they could do is like a semicircle around that prison house and iron doors. So so it's like a very critical situations happening in that prison house. And there are iron doors, one after another, and one after another, like in total, there are like 16 such doors. So I'll tell them like why 16 doors. So when Krishna living out, you will know like why 16. So it doesn't mean that like we chant 16 hours, so it does not relate it to that one, but there are some different meanings. So those 16 doors represent 16 different things. So we have 5 knowledge acquiring senses. You know this, Brinda?
Our senses.
We have 5 knowledge acquiring senses. We have 5 working senses, and we have mind, and we have other senses like earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And we have like working senses and knowledge acquiring senses. So like we have in Bangla, it's called like we have eyes, we have our tongue, we have ear, and so like five knowledge acquiring senses and 5 working senses like Toku, Jibba, Nashika, Tok, and Bangla. I almost like
skin and nose. Yeah, you say 3, then skin and
yeah. And so another one is mind, and the remaining 5 are like earth, water, fire, air, and ether. So these 16 things represent 16 doors. So the shuttle and the gross body that we are imprisoned in are represented by these 16 doors. Vasudev and Devaki are imprisoned in. So we have heard the story, like we have heard the story of this, like Krishna's birth, but we have not heard this way, like what is the meaning of each doors, and what is the meaning of like he has Kamsa already killed 6 of his child. So who are these childs, and like how they represent different meanings of in our devotional life. So it has all different meanings. Okay, so think about this, that prison house. So that's the description, like in their prison house, they are shackled. So they have like one leg is free and one leg is shackled, and one hand is shackled, one hand is free. So like animals, they are shackled like this. And there are like 16 different doors, and they had lions outside each door. So Acharya describes that if someone accidentally slips out of a door, they are eaten up by these hungry lions. So there's still something else are there. So there are stone slabs kept on the top. As soon as the door is open and somebody tries to leave, the stone slab falls on their head, and they also have the jail keepers outside. So think about it. So it was high class security. So Vasudeva Maharaj is given this task by Krishna to break these 16 doors, escape all these lions, escape all these stone slabs, escape all these jail keepers, and then walk all the way across Jamuna and reach there. And there was no Uber or Ola or something like this, or Lyft. So he has to leave the Lord and walk and then cross the Jamuna. He can swim with Krishna. Krishna is like a newborn. He used to cross through all that, and it's not done yet. So he has to enter another person's house, like in the Nanda Maharaj's house, knocking through their door and keep his Krishna there and take their baby girl and leave. So it's like so many things he has to do. It's very complex task. That's why he gives these instructions to Vasudeva Maharaj, what has to be done. So the bullet point here is nobody should see, hear, or sense anything suspicious. So for Krishna to give that instruction to someone, how much confidence he should have that person. So that person is materially so courageous, so shauri. So shauri indicates all these things. So you see, each word of Bhagavatam is so deep and so tasty. So shauri is indicating to Vasudeva Maharaj because he has so many qualities. So the second meaning is that like he has proved that he is courageous. He is like brave. And what are the proofs? So when Kangsha was carrying Devaki and Vasudeva, that time Kangsha was very gentleman. And Vasudeva Maharaj was like a king. And after hearing the sound from the sky that the gentleman, the sound from the sky that Krishna will kill him, then the gentleman becomes like a mental man. So immediately he pulls up his sword and keeps the sword on the throat of the Devaki. So there, during that time, Vasudeva says, forget about these eight children. So I'm going to slaughter them all. So this is how he convinced Kangsha Maharaj at that moment. Because Vasudeva at that time, he cannot take the side of his wife, because then instead of one head being slaughtered, there will be like two. So he takes Kangsha Maharaj's side because he's losing his wife. He can't speak the truth, because if he speaks the truth, Kangsha is going to be more infuriated. So according to Shastra, anytime if you give good advice to a foolish people, he is going to get angry. So Shastra says like this. So Vasudeva Maharaj proved himself. So he had some tricks to convince Kangsha Maharaj at that time. So third point is, imagine for a father to see his newborns 6 times and to keep his word that he will give it to them in the slaughterhouse. So he give it in the hands of someone who is going to slaughter it for sure. So he keeps his word. That's the third point. So every time they did it, Jugamaya would put Mother Devaki unconscious, because as a mother, can't see, can't tolerate it. But here, Vasudeva Maharaj could see everything and he tolerated it. So Krishna saw so many emotions are here. So Krishna said to his father, he actually saw my brothers being slaughtered. And father, I will give you that gift. So that's why Krishna wanted to give a very beautiful gift. So Krishna said that I will give that service that I have never given to anyone. So what wonderful glory is this? Like Krishna carries his devotees Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra and expects him to be carried by his devotee today. So it's called mutual competition of ecstatic love and service. So it's uncomparable. Like Vasudeva Maharaj and Devaki and their service is uncomparable comparable with anyone. So first reason is he was the son of Surya Sen, and how powerful he was genetically as a son of Surya Sen. And the second point is he proved it by keeping his word. He takes his child and gave it for slaughtered them. So now the third reason why he is called Shauri. So why is he like brave? So he's brave because Krishna seen from Vasudeva Maharaj's perspective. He is bound and he is trying to liberate me out. So how courageous has one person to be when he is poor and is attempting to donate someone? Like he is bound, he has shackled, he is bound and trying to liberate someone. It's very difficult. So that's the position of Vasudeva Maharaj. Like he himself needs food, but he's trying to serve someone else. So that's why he's like brave person. He's like courageous. He proves. That's why he proved. Krishna says he already proved that. So if you knew the art of getting out, you would not be stuck here. So Krishna was think about his father, like you are still bound but trying to liberate me. So Shauri. So that's the word, like Shauri. So next line of this sloka is also interesting. So first two line is just transforming from 400 form to 200 form, and the next line was happening here. So let's see. So next line of the sloka is also interesting. So what's this word? Sutam, Samadhya. So Sutika Graha means the place where the jail. There was a nice curtain to the other side where Mother Devaki gave birth to kids. So in the same prison house. So that's the Shutika Graha. But the word Samadhya means carefully taken. So Vasudeva Maharaj was carefully taken all those situations, all those things. So between the first and second line, as you said, between the first and second line is the just transformation. So when he receives the instruction from Supreme Lord of 400 forms, but when he went to pick up the baby, when he Krishna was instructing, so he was the Lord at that time. But when he transformed into a 200 forms, so he's the baby. So now he went to pick up that baby. So the word Sutam in Sanskrit means our own child, like whom you have just seen, just appeared from the womb. So that's the baby. So he's just seeing that's the just newborn baby. So Sutam words is used here. Samadhya means to take carefully. So our Acharyas describes how Vasudeva Maharaj did it carefully. And he had a nice box. In that box, he had a soft blanket and soft substance so that Krishna can be placed here. Because he had planned that the baby is going to appear and I have to put the baby to sleep somewhere. So he carries that the baby and placed. So his movement of the hands was so soft in paternal love, and the place of the baby also soft. So that's why so Samadhya is used here. So he kept the baby very carefully and thinking, now I have to take this child out, but I'm completely shackled. I have 16 doors to be opened, but no clue how to do it. So the next two lines describing like at that time, something very fascinating happens, like the point when Krishna is put in that box. That's when, like, the baby girl is born in Nanda Maharaj's house. Who is that girl? I already said that she's like Jugamaya herself. So, like, Jugamaya is like Krishna's eternal energy, and at that point, three things happen. When Krishna just Vasudeva Maharaj just put Krishna into that box. So at the same time, like, three things happen here. Vasudeva Maharaj was trying to move ahead with Krishna in his hand, and the shackle of the feet breaks first. So as his feet was like shackled, so first thing happened here, the shackle of that feet breaks. Second point, all the doors or all the doorkeepers goes off to sleep. So now forget about these doorkeepers. So it described like everyone in Mathura goes up to sleep. Even everyone in Gokul Mahaban, like in Nanda Maharaj's house or in that place where baby girl is born. See, everyone goes up to sleep there, and everyone goes up to sleep here, and inside the house, outside the house, everywhere. They are just sleeping now. So it's Maya Shakti putting all those Kamsa Maharaj army, team, and all those residents, all are sleeping. So the point is, Krishna Katha is like Krishna coming. So when the speaker is like the Vasudeva Maharaj, who is carrying the baby. So there are two sides, like Krishna side, and another one is like Kamsa side. So here, Krishna side means when you are carrying with Krishna. So that means there is no darkness, there is no sleepiness. If you are with like Kamsa Maharaj side, then tendency to go to sleep, because you are in the Maya's side. You are with the Maya or conscious. So the third point is like door is opened. So first one is like his shackles broken, and second point is the doorkeepers goes to sleep. The third point is door is opened. So now he's ready to go to at first you have to cross the river and then put Krishna into Nanda Maharaj's house and take the baby girl and return back. So in that case, like three acharyas comment differently. So in this scenario, so first acharya is commenting on the iron shackle of the feet on the feet. So he says that anyone who carries Krishna in his heart, the iron shackle of repeated birth and death are broken. So iron shackle represents that birth and death, like everyone in this material world with they're bound to birth and death. So now forget about carrying Krishna out. Even he chants even like if we chant his name by our mouths, the iron shackle of repeated birth and death will be broken. So that's the purport of that iron shackle. And the second point is doorkeepers goes to sleep. So I think we are out of time, but I will just finish these 3 points and then we'll continue in the next class, like how Vasudeva Maharaj taking Krishna, carrying Krishna, and crossing the river, and what happened during that time, and he's reaching there and putting Krishna there. What was the situation there in the Jashoda Maya's house, and then how he is returning, and what different things represent different things in our book, in our devotional life. So the second point is, so doorkeepers goes to sleep. Our second acharya is commenting that when someone chant Krishna name and walk out in this world, automatically the doorkeepers of Kamsa or Maya can so many things we have, like we have crude mentality, matsarja, anger, greed, pride, delusions, many things we have. So all these things would be broken. So there's our Acharya saying like that. So when we chant Krishna's name, all these things, all these anarthas will be disappear. So that means no longer you will feel these things. And the third point is door is open. So means like door is open means like when someone carries Krishna on his tongue, mouth, so the door of Goloka is open. So that's the purpose of this. Like three acharyas are commenting in three different ways. So if we chant Krishna, then our anarthas will be disappeared, and we will be liberated, and we can, our original like our goal, like Golokdam, will be open for us. So that's the purpose. So I'll stop here. So we'll continue from this next slokas, how Krishna is Vasudev is carrying Krishna. Okay.
Haribol. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for such a detailed and interesting class, especially on Shri Krishna's appearance, and is the best way to celebrate upcoming Shri Krishna Janmashtami. So next week we're going to have our special speaker, Siddhari Prabhu, who is a computer scientist. So we all invite you to join next week also. And we'd also like to invite you to Janmashtami at New Orleans Temple on February 19th of August. And yes, I said August. 19th August, which is on a Friday. So all of you are invited. And then we're going to have, we're also going to celebrate Janmashtami here in Baton Rouge in Vedic Society on the 27th of August, and that will be on Saturday. Yes, we'll keep you all updated and send you the official invitation later on. But now we're going to have Aarti, the last part of the program. Oh, yes. Before we go to the next part, does anyone have any questions or comments?
In the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita or Krishna Lila? Which way?
Bhagavatam 10:347.
Okay. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you so much for joining today's program. So our Sadgati Gauranga Prabhu is starting Krishna's pastime. So I'm requesting all the devotees from Bhagavatam. I think in Baton Rouge we have a lot of Bhagavatam. Dr. Madan Kundaji has, Dr. Bhavasharkarji has on set. And Krishna's pastimes is 10th. Like Bhagavatam has 18th, 12th canto. So 10th canto has full of like that. 10th canto has 90 chapters. So 10th canto is the summary of Bhagavatam because Krishna's birth details is there. Is all pastimes because we have a lot of doubts, a lot of questions. Why do we worship Krishna? And Krishna did, Vasraharan Lila, Krishna killed Kamsa, Jarasandha attack 17 times in Mathura, And Krishna actually left Vrindavan. He went to Dwarika. He ruled 125 years. And some, like the who are devotee of Krishna, they want to know, they like to know, and it is unlimited. But the demon, they are criticizing Krishna because Krishna actually did the Ras Leela when he was below 11 years. So when 10 years children, actually they don't have any lusty desire. And those who are gopis, who attend this Ras Leela, they are actually rishis, previous years, previous millennium, when actually Ramchandra performed the Leela, they asked boon. They want to be their beloved. But Ramchandra was Ekapatni Brata. Ramchandra accepted only one wife. And Ramchandra gave them boon. The next, my appearance of Krishna in Dapar Yoga, you will be my wives. And Krishna has 16,808 wives. And some people are envious. They are thinking how God become, like God has like this, that many wives. So you will know how actually 16,000 wife Krishna has to accept it, because one demon captured 18,000 girls, young girls, and they want to kill, all the kingdom. Then actually Krishna fought against him, and his name was, what is the name of that Asur? Anybody knows? Because everybody was the Mahabharata. Lakshman Prabhu, you know?
Jarasan. Jarasan.
Jarasandha actually, and who is Jarasandha? Miramataji mentioned, who is Jarasandha?
He was some king, and he kept 16,000 wives in the prison. And then Krishna fought and he liberated these women from his jail, prison.
Jarasandha was relative of Kangsha, because Kangsha married to Asti and Prapti, to daughter of Jarasandha. So he is actually.
So that was his name, I think. Jarasan.
16. So it is very, very interesting. Actually, Krishna comes in this material world to demolish all the demon and establish the religion. So in Krishna's Leela, you will see a lot of pastimes, lot of miracles. It is unlimited, and it is beyond our thinking. So as a human being, Krishna also performed the Govardhan Leela. When he was 7 years old, he lifted the hill of Govardhan, and it was like the 16 kilometer. So if you go Vrindavan, you will see the Govardhan hill still is there. And every year, actually, Govardhan hill goes down the size of one mustard seed. So one of my spiritual master, actually, when 1980 he went to Vrindavan, he saw the Govardhan hill was so high. The shade you can see from the Mathura. But if you go now, you will see the Govardhan hill maybe 20 feet or 25 feet high. So even the age of Kali, you can relate. It is not mythology. Like the 700 years, actually, the Muslim ruled in India, and then 200 years British. The time of Akbar, the time of Aurangzeb actually destroyed all the temples in Vrindavan. Govinda temple was for 7-story temple. And at that time he destroyed the temple, he put it down 4 stories. And that time all the deities, Krishna's name, the Govinda, Madhav, Keshava, actually they came in the dream of Pujari and they moved all the deities in Jaipur. So part of there's so many deities in Jaipur. So if we research and if we read Bhagavatam, then you can know. Even when Krishna was in Dwarika, how he built 16,000 house for his wives. Is it possible for any human being, any scientist, or any kind of is it ordinary work? So many miracles actually God can show, and actually Kamsa, Jarasandha attacked 17 times. Every time he defeated. But the last time, at the time of 18, Krishna left the Mathura. And the Kalo Javan was actually helping. It's very, very interesting, actually fascinating story. Kalo Javan was actually helping Jarasandha. And the Kalo Javan actually came from Middle East. But he was killed. So many nice stories there. So mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we can read Krishna Leela in the 18th, in the 10th chapter of 10th canto of Bhagavatam. And probably before leave Prabhupada, actually Prabhupada was so old, he couldn't finish whole Bhagavatam translation. So he finished until 10th canto. But before he left this universe, he actually wrote Krishna books. So you can read Krishna books and you can get very short way, because Bhagavatam is like the epic book, is very big. So our main goal is to achieve Krishna Bhakti. And end of the Bhagavatam, it is very, very interesting. What is the verse end of the Bhagavatam? Nam Sankirtana Jasya Sarva Papa Vinashanam. The name we are chanting, Bhagavatam has 18,000 verses. The last verse of the Bhagavatam. In the Bible also says that God writes the first any books, first page of the books and last page of the books. Anybody knows what is the meaning of the first page of the book and last page of the book? And what did God writes on Bible? Actually, all the spiritual scriptures we can learn. First page of the book is born. We born in this world, and last page of the book is death of our life.
Yeah.
Actually, these two things God writes, right? We do believe. Atheistic, everybody believes. Actually, Janma and Mrityu, right? Birth and death, actually, it is depend on Krishna, depend on God. Even Muslim, Allah, God, Christians, they believe. So actually, first part of our life is born. We are born in this material world, and last part of our life is death. It is Krishna's or Lord's hand. It is very, very important. And the Bhagavatam also says, Nam Sankirtana Jasya Sarva Papa Vinashanam Pranamo Dukkha Samantam. So all kind of sins, by chanting the holy name of Lord, we can, it will be demolished. And Dukkha Samantam, all kind of miseries will be finished if we chant, because we are suffering. The wise person always emphasize the name of God, and Prabhupada introduced all over the world, and we are so fortunate we can chant and we can get out from the cycle of the birth and death. So thank you so much. We'll do Arati. I know pandemic is over, but still, by your mercy, by your kindness, you all are joining our Zoom program. And my wife is not here, but still we are cooking. At least 10-15 devotees can eat prasadam, because we have to offer. And prasadam actually gives us good consciousness to think of Lord Krishna. So thank you so much. We'll try to also celebrate Janmashtami in Batundus. We are planning. I talked to our Vedic societies the temple president. They agreed to do some program. I think we'll relish once the time will come. So thank you so much. Please give us blessings so we can continue devotional life and we can get Krishna's mercy, Krishna's blessing, the time of death. We can think and remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Very well. So we'll do Arati right now.